In today's fast-paced world, filled with stress and chaos, it's easy to get swept away by waves of negative emotions, anxiety, and sadness. But did you know that over 2,000 years ago, Stoic philosophers discovered timeless principles that help people find peace and strength, no matter the challenges they face? Stoicism teaches us that true power doesn't come from trying to control the world around us, but from mastering our minds and emotions. When you begin to see obstacles as stepping stones, stop dwelling on imagined pains, and embrace the fleeting nature of life, you unlock a sense of inner peace and unmatched resilience. Are you ready to take on this challenge and uncover the true strength within you? Join me on this journey as we explore these incredible principles, learning to live as though nothing can shake you. This is not just a philosophy, but the key to unlocking a life of happiness and meaning. Prepare yourself for transformation and to become the strongest version of you. Step 1. See obstacles as opportunities. Picture life as a winding journey, full of unexpected turns and challenges. Can you find the potential for growth and self-development in each roadblock? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Let's draw a parallel to the life of Jesus, who serves as a powerful example of turning hardship into light for humanity. He not only endured betrayal and immense suffering, but used those experiences to spread love and forgiveness. In his darkest hours, Jesus taught the world the strength of patience and forgiveness, turning pain and death into symbols of hope and salvation. You can see the connection here with Stoic thought. Adversity is not punishment, but a chance for inner growth. Think back to the last time you faced a challenge. How did you respond? Were you overwhelmed, or did you transform that challenge into motivation to push forward? Stoicism invites us to embrace the latter, turning trials into fuel for progress. Don't let yourself suffer from imaginary pains. Instead, look within and tap into the strength that allows you to turn obstacles into opportunities. This is how we don't just survive, but thrive, living more fully with each passing day. Remember, every challenge you face is a chance to learn, grow, and build resilience. As Marcus Aurelius once said, obstacles aren't your enemies, they are teachers, guiding you through difficulties and helping you find light in even the darkest moments. Approach challenges with an open heart and a clear mind, and soon you'll discover that nothing can truly trouble you anymore. Step 2. Don't suffer from imaginary pains. Have you ever questioned whether the worries and pain you experience are real or simply creations of your mind? According to Stoic philosophy, much of our suffering doesn't arise from real events but from our imagination. Think back to times when you worried about an upcoming exam, an important meeting, or a significant event. How often did you paint worst-case scenarios in your mind, only to find out that reality wasn't as bad as you imagined? Jesus also reminded us, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." Each day has enough trouble of its own. This wisdom teaches us not to burden ourselves with what hasn't yet happened. Picture a farmer, constantly fearing the upcoming harvest, worrying about droughts, pests, or crop failure. Does that fear help the crops grow, or does it merely drain the farmer of joy and health? Reflect on how often you've created unnecessary worries in your own life. Do these imaginary pains bring you any real benefit? When facing difficult situations, instead of stressing over what might happen, focus on the present and tackle the issues in front of you. Worrying about the future only robs you of the ability to enjoy the present moment. Think back to the last time you felt anxious, only to later realize it was all in your head. That sense of relief, when you see nothing terrible has happened, is priceless. Rather than allowing imaginary pains to dominate your mind, concentrate on what you can actually control. When you feel overwhelmed or distressed, ask yourself, is this really happening, or is it just in my imagination? By asking these questions, you'll begin to see things more clearly, recognizing that many of your fears are mere illusions. Seek the truth and let reason guide you, freeing yourself from the burden of imagined suffering. Embrace impermanence and let it guide you. Life becomes far simpler when we release our baseless worries, live fully in the present, and confront challenges with courage. Both Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus remind us of these truths and offer guidance on living a meaningful, peaceful life. Now, let's move on to secret number 3 in our journey toward unlocking our greatest potential. But before we do, I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why we stubbornly cling to things that don't last forever? This question leads us to secret number 3, embracing impermanence. Number 3, embrace impermanence. Life is like a river, constantly flowing and never stopping. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This reminds us that our perceptions are ever-changing, and we must accept that change is a natural part of life. Impermanence doesn't just apply to the world around us, but also to the transformations within our minds and emotions. There are days when you feel joy and days when you feel sadness. All of these emotions are a part of life. Jesus also taught us the importance of facing and accepting change. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. This reminds us to draw strength from faith and wisdom as we confront life's inevitable changes. Think about the times in your life when everything shifted unexpectedly, whether it was a loss or a success. How did you cope with those changes? Did you grow stronger as a result of facing them? When we accept impermanence, we find peace, and we learn to see every change as an opportunity for growth. Impermanence also allows us to savor the present moment. When we understand that nothing lasts forever, we begin to cherish the time spent with family, friends, and the experiences that shape our lives. Ask yourself, can you embrace change and find peace in knowing that everything is temporary? By accepting impermanence, you will start to see life as lighter, more meaningful. You will no longer fear loss or change, but instead live each moment fully, with gratitude and love. In essence, embracing impermanence isn't just a life philosophy, it's an art. This art helps us find serenity and joy in every day. Let Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus lead you down this path, and you will discover a deep sense of peace and strength in your soul. By accepting that everything changes, you'll begin to appreciate the wondrous beauty that life offers. If you've connected with my voice in this video so far, think about it, why not subscribe? Your support makes this journey even more enriching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and join us on this path. Your single click can make a difference in someone else's life too. Let's grow together. Next, we move to number 4, master the art of detachment. Our lives are often filled with circumstances beyond our control, loss, failure, and unforeseen challenges. But what truly matters is how we respond to these situations. Letting go does not mean avoiding responsibility or acting indifferently. It means recognizing our limits and not allowing things outside of our control to dictate our happiness. Jesus taught this as well when he said, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." This teaches us to trust in higher powers and free ourselves from unnecessary worries and burdens. When we cling to things we cannot change, we create our own suffering. Think about a relationship that ended, a job that was lost, or an opportunity that slipped by. Do you really need to carry these burdens with you? Or can you release them to make space for new, better things? Reflect on a time in your life when you were fixated on something beyond your control, perhaps a relationship, a missed opportunity, or a mistake from the past. Have you ever considered whether holding on to these things brings you any happiness? Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees." This reminds us that we are part of something larger, and we must learn to let go of what is not good for our soul or for the community around us. Practicing the art of letting go starts with asking yourself, is this important? Is it within my control? If the answer is no, allow yourself to release it and focus on what you can control and improve. In doing so, you'll find inner peace and true freedom. Mastering the art of letting go helps us face loss and change more easily, but it also allows us to live more fully. When you let go, you unlock the freedom to focus on what truly matters in life. Both Jesus and Stoic philosophers have shown us the path to peace and tranquility through this powerful practice. It's a valuable lesson to remember and apply every day. Are you ready to master the art of letting go and find true peace in your soul? If so, leave a comment saying "mastering the art of letting go" to show your determination to change. Let's discuss how we can apply Stoic philosophy to build a better life. Remember, in every challenge there's an opportunity for those who know how to seize it. Number 5, practice this daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on the events, your actions, thoughts, and emotions. This daily reflection is a core element of Stoic philosophy, providing us with the opportunity to reassess ourselves, learn from our experiences, and strive to improve continually. It allows us to confront our mistakes, recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and chart a course towards self-betterment. When we engage in reflection, we don't just review our actions, we gain a deeper insight into our true nature. This creates opportunities for growth and change. Imagine spending a few minutes each night jotting down what you experienced that day, what you did well, and what needs improvement. Here's a question for you. What progress did you make today? Is there anything you regret, and how would you approach it differently tomorrow? Jesus also emphasized the importance of daily reflection and prayer. In the Bible, he says, "Seek and you will find, knock, and the door will be open to you." This teaching reminds us that through seeking and reflecting, we receive enlightenment and guidance. Likewise, Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, practiced daily reflection through his writings and meditations, where he recorded his thoughts, struggles, and philosophies. His reflections were not just self-criticism, but wisdom to share with future generations. He frequently reminded us that reflection equips our minds to face any challenge. When you make daily reflection a habit, you'll not only deepen your self-awareness, but also cultivate a more resilient, patient, and compassionate spirit. You'll find yourself approaching decisions and actions with greater calm and clarity. So what will you reflect on tonight? Let each day serve as more than just another passing moment. Let it be a step forward in your journey of self-improvement. Through constant reflection and learning, the teachings of Stoicism and the wisdom of Jesus will serve as a source of inspiration and guidance, leading you on your path to peace and perfection. We are halfway through our journey. Today's lesson wouldn't be possible without your participation. Your support fuels our mission to share the true values of Stoic philosophy with the world. So please like and share this video to spread these insights with your family and friends, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you're ready to continue this journey with the next 5 lessons. Now, let's dive into Lesson 6, Cultivating Inner Peace. Inner peace isn't something we stumble upon by accident. It's a result of intentional, ongoing practice and self-reflection. Picture someone facing the pressures of life, work stress, family struggles, or daily anxieties. How do they manage to stay peaceful within? The key lies in understanding that while we can't control every external event, we can always control our reactions to them. As Jesus once said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." His words remind us to find strength and peace through faith and love. Although we cannot always change our circumstances, we can cultivate peace by responding with calmness and clarity. Imagine a serene, clear lake nestled in a deep forest. Storms may disturb its surface, but the water beneath remains pure and still. You too can train your soul to be like that lake, calm and unshaken, no matter what storms may come your way. Ask yourself, how can I nurture inner peace each day? One powerful method is setting aside time for meditation, reflection, and prayer. When you take time to connect with yourself and with God, you will feel a profound sense of tranquility. Try starting your mornings with a few minutes of meditation, focusing on your breath and letting go of any worries. In the evening, reflect on your day, seeking peace and guidance through prayer. So what will you do today to cultivate inner peace? Begin by accepting what you cannot change, focusing on what you can, and finding joy in life's simplest pleasures. The wisdom of Stoic philosophy, along with the teachings of Jesus, will be your steadfast companions as you embark on this journey toward lasting peace and happiness. Stay tuned for Lesson 7, Develop Resilience Through Adversity. Develop resilience through adversity. When difficulties arise, do you see them as temporary obstacles, or do you recognize them as opportunities for growth? According to Stoic philosophy, resilience is forged through hardship, with every challenge serving as a stepping stone toward becoming stronger and more steadfast. When faced with adversity, we have 2 options: let it break us or use it as a tool for self-improvement. Consider the challenges you've faced in life. Did those experiences help you build resilience and strength? One of the most powerful examples of resilience is the story of Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychologist who survived the horrors of the Holocaust. In his book Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote, "In the face of unavoidable suffering, we can find meaning and thereby endure anything." Frankl transformed his suffering into a profound exploration of life's meaning, showing that even in the darkest times we can rise above. Now imagine confronting a major upheaval, losing a loved one, failing in your career, or facing a serious illness. These are the moments when defeat may seem inevitable, yet they also present an opportunity to uncover your inner strength. As Jesus taught, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. His words remind us that we need not fear hardships because resilience will ultimately lead us to peace and victory. Building resilience through adversity not only makes us stronger, but it also deepens our understanding of ourselves, revealing the true value of perseverance and courage. Both Jesus and the Stoic philosophers have shown us how to overcome life's trials and discover meaning within them. Let their teachings serve as a wellspring of inspiration and guidance as you cultivate resilience in your life. We'd love to hear from you. How do you face difficulties? Will you allow them to defeat you, or will you use them as opportunities for growth? Share your story with us in the comments, and let's continue this journey together. Next up is Lesson 8, Don't Create Your Own Upsets. Have you ever been troubled by something minor, a careless comment, an unexpected turn of events, or even just a bad weather day? Are these situations really as bad as they seem, or are we making them bigger than they need to be? Think about this. How often do we create unnecessary problems for ourselves? Jesus also taught us not to let worries control our lives. In the Bible, he says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes?" This teaching reminds us to trust in God and not let small concerns disrupt our inner peace. Picture this: you're on your way to an important meeting, but suddenly you're stuck in traffic. Your initial response might be frustration, anxiety, and blaming yourself for not leaving earlier. But ask yourself, will this anger get me there any faster? What can I do right now to make the situation better? If you choose to stay calm, accept the situation, and maybe use the time to reflect or listen to an audiobook, you'll notice that your stress will begin to fade. When you understand that many of your troubles are self-created, you start shifting how you react to challenges. Instead of letting small things disturb you, learn to let go and focus on what truly matters. Life becomes lighter and far more enjoyable when you choose peace over needless distress. So what will you choose from now on? Creating unnecessary worries or living a more peaceful life, focused on positive and meaningful things? Both Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus can guide you towards lasting peace and happiness. Number 9, focus on the how, not the what. Have you ever found yourself feeling lost, even when your goals are clear? Stoic philosophy teaches us that what truly matters is not just the objectives we aim for, but rather the approach we take to reach them. The principle of concentrating on the how rather than the what highlights that our actions and methods are the keys to achieving success and attaining inner peace. By grasping and applying this principle, you can shift your mindset from worrying about outcomes to focusing on your actions and responses. When you prioritize how you handle situations, you gain greater control over your peace and well-being, making it easier to navigate life's challenges. Let's reflect on these teachings and explore ways to weave them into our daily lives. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. How do you tackle minor challenges? Do you allow them to disrupt your peace, or do you focus on constructive strategies to manage them? We're eager to hear your stories and discuss how Stoic philosophy can guide us in creating a better life. Number 10, prioritize rationality over emotions. Have you ever found yourself regretting decisions made during moments of emotional upheaval? Stoic philosophy encourages us to place reason above emotion when making decisions because reason provides calmness and clarity, while emotions often lead to impulsive actions and subsequent regrets. In our daily lives, we frequently encounter situations that require thoughtful consideration. By allowing reason to guide us, we can assess circumstances more objectively and make wiser choices. Think back to a time when anger prompted you to say or do something you later regretted. You might realize that if you had paused to reflect and allowed reason to lead, the outcome could have been different. Jesus also imparted lessons on self-restraint and wisdom in action. In the Bible, he states, "The wise man builds his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock." This teaching encourages us to build our lives on a foundation of wisdom and reason, rather than on fleeting emotions. Imagine someone harshly criticizing your work. Your instinct might be to react defensively or lash out. However, what if you took a moment to assess whether the criticism had any validity? What if you calmly sought clarification and used the feedback to improve? By prioritizing rationality, you can transform potential conflict into a valuable learning opportunity. In your next challenging situation, will you choose to let reason guide you, or will you allow your emotions to take control? Practice clear thinking and wise actions, and you will find that life becomes more peaceful and fulfilling. Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus offer us timeless wisdom on how to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. By mastering the art of letting go, engaging in daily reflection, cultivating inner peace, developing resilience, avoiding self-created troubles, and prioritizing rationality, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Let us draw inspiration from these teachings and apply them in our daily lives to create a better, more peaceful world. We invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. How have these principles impacted your journey? What steps will you take to incorporate them into your life? Let's continue this journey together, supporting and learning from one another as we grow in wisdom and peace.